Welcome to the very first episode of DeepPod Web3. In this episode, we'll be your guide into the world of crypto, perfect for beginners who want to start their journey. Let's dive in and explore how fascinating this space is and the incredible benefits Web3 and blockchain bring to both the present and the future. Let's get started.
All right, so we're diving deep into crypto today. Using your guide, of course, getting started with crypto. Should be interesting.
Definitely. A lot of people are curious about crypto, but not quite sure where to even begin.
Exactly. And this guide you sent over is perfect because it really does lay it all out. Like, we're going to cover what cryptocurrency even is, how to store it safely, the whole buying process.
And then even get into the cool stuff you can do with crypto. Because, once you have some, it's not just about, watching the numbers go up and down. There's a whole world out there.
Totally. So ready to get into it?
Absolutely. Let's dive in.
Okay, so the guide starts off with the basics, right? It says cryptocurrency is a, quote, digital decentralized currency. I think we need to unpack that a bit. What does that even mean for, the average person?
Yeah, it's a mouthful for sure. Basically, it means that unlike the money we're used to, cryptocurrency isn't controlled by any government or bank.
So no Federal Reserve, no Bank of England, none of that.
Nope, none of that. Instead of relying on those traditional institutions, cryptocurrencies run on something called blockchain technology.
Blockchain. Okay, that's another one of those words that gets thrown around a lot.
Right. Well, imagine it like this. Blockchain is a giant public ledger. Every single transaction is recorded there, and that ledger is distributed across a whole network of computers.
So it's like instead of one bank having all the transaction records, it's spread out everywhere, making it harder to tamper with.
Exactly. That's what makes it so secure and transparent. Everyone can see the transactions happening, and it's virtually impossible to alter the records.
That makes sense. Now, the guide mentions Bitcoin and Ethereum a lot. Are those the only cryptocurrencies out there?
Those are definitely the most well-known, kind of like the pioneers. Bitcoin was the first, created back in 2009. And then Ethereum came along and added some really cool features like smart contracts.
Smart contracts, that sounds complicated.
Maybe a little, but the basic idea is that they're self-executing agreements written in code. So, let's say you want to buy something with crypto. A smart contract can hold the funds until both parties fulfill their end of the deal.
So it's like having an escrow agent built right into the system.
Exactly. And that's just one example. The point is, there are thousands of different cryptocurrencies out there, each one with its own unique technology and purpose.
Wow, thousands. So, how do you even begin to figure out which ones are worth anything?
That's where doing your research comes in. We'll talk more about that later, but for now, let's focus on getting started.
Okay, so let's say I'm ready to dip my toes into the crypto waters. Where do I actually keep this digital money?
You need a crypto wallet. It's basically a digital bank account specifically designed to hold your cryptocurrencies.
A wallet. Makes sense. But the guide mentioned different types of wallets, like hot wallets and cold wallets.
Yeah, those are the two main types. Hot wallets like MetaMask, Trust Wallet, or Coinbase Wallet are connected to the internet.
So always online.
Yeah, which makes them super convenient for everyday transactions. Like if you want to buy something online with crypto.
Okay, that makes sense. But I'm guessing there's a downside.
Well, the trade-off is security. Because they're always online, hot wallets are slightly more vulnerable to hacking.
Ah, I see. So that's where cold wallets come in.
Exactly. Cold wallets like Ledger or Trezor are physical devices, kind of like a USB stick, but way more secure. They store your crypto offline, making them much harder to hack.
So they're basically like a safe for your crypto.
Perfect analogy. People who are serious about security, especially if they're holding a lot of crypto, tend to prefer cold wallets.
Got it. So for someone just getting started, a hot wallet is probably the easiest option.
Yeah, for sure. They're usually more user-friendly, and you can easily connect them to different platforms.
Cool. Any tips for choosing a hot wallet?
Do some research, read reviews, and always go with a reputable provider. And make sure you enable two-factor authentication. That adds an extra layer of security.
All right, two-factor authentication. Got it. So, wallet secured. Now, how do I actually get some cryptocurrency?
There are two main ways. Centralized exchanges, or CEXs, and decentralized exchanges, or DXs.
Okay, those sound familiar. I think the guide mentioned them briefly.
Yeah. Centralized exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, or Kraken are probably the easiest way to get started. They work a lot like traditional stock exchanges. You create an account, link your bank account or credit card, and then you can buy crypto directly.
So that's where to go to buy, say, Bitcoin or Ethereum.
Exactly. They usually have a wide variety of cryptocurrencies to choose from, and the interface is generally pretty user-friendly.
Cool. And what about decentralized exchanges?
Decentralized exchanges, or DXs, are a little bit more, well, decentralized. They let you trade directly from your wallet without going through an intermediary.
So more control over my crypto.
Yeah, exactly. But they can also be a bit more complex to use, especially for a beginner.
I see. So maybe start with a centralized exchange and then explore DXs later on.
That's probably a good approach. Start with a user-friendly platform, get comfortable with the process, and then you can branch out from there.
Makes sense. Okay, so now I've got my crypto wallet and I've bought some crypto. What can I actually do with it?
Now we're getting to the fun part. It's not just about buying and holding anymore. There are so many exciting things you can do with cryptocurrency.
Yeah, the guide mentioned some really interesting applications, like staking.
Right. Staking is a great way to earn passive income with your crypto. Basically, you're locking up your crypto to help support a blockchain network, and in return, you earn rewards.
Oh, so it's kind of like earning interest on a savings account, but with crypto.
Exactly. It's a great way to put your crypto to work for you and earn some extra coins along the way.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
What else is there? I keep hearing about NFTs.
NFTs are huge right now. They stand for non-fungible tokens, which sounds really technical, but basically they represent ownership of a unique digital asset.
So like digital art or collectibles.
Yeah, think digital artwork, music, trading cards, even virtual real estate in the metaverse. The cool thing about NFTs is that they prove ownership. Like, you can have a verified digital certificate that says you own that specific piece of digital art.
That's pretty wild. So it's like changing how we think about ownership in the digital world.
Exactly. It's still early days for NFTs, but there's a ton of potential there. And then there's DeFi. Have you heard of that?
DeFi. Vaguely. It's something to do with finance, right?
Yeah, it stands for decentralized finance. Basically, it's a whole financial system built on blockchain technology, and it's designed to cut out the middleman, like banks.
So like peer-to-peer lending, but with crypto.
Exactly. And there's so much more than just lending. You can trade, borrow, invest, all without going through a traditional financial institution.
Okay, that sounds a little intimidating, to be honest.
It can be complex, for sure, but there are a lot of DeFi platforms that are becoming more user-friendly. And then, of course, there's blockchain gaming. Oh, right. I remember reading about that. So you can actually earn crypto by playing games.
Yeah, it's becoming really popular. Some games allow you to earn crypto rewards or even own in-game items as NFTs.
Wow. So it's like actually getting paid to play video games. That's a dream come true for some people.
Right. It's a whole new way to think about gaming. And that's the thing about the crypto world. It's constantly evolving. There's always something new and exciting happening.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to take in. But I have to say, all of this is pretty incredible. It really does feel like the future of finance and so much more.
I agree. It's a technology with a ton of potential to change the world.
But, the guide also emphasizes the importance of staying safe in the crypto world. I mean, this is still a relatively new space, right?
Absolutely. The crypto world can be a bit like the Wild West sometimes, so it's important to be cautious.
So what are some things people should watch out for? Well, first and foremost, never, ever share your recovery phrase with anyone. That's the phrase you get when you set up your crypto wallet, and it's the key to accessing your funds.
So guard that with your life.
Pretty much. And make sure you enable two-factor authentication on any exchange you use.
Right. That adds an extra layer of security, like with the hot wallets we talked about earlier.
Exactly. And be wary of suspicious links or websites. There are a lot of scams out there, so always double-check the URLs and make sure you're on a legitimate platform.
Don't click on anything that looks fishy.
Good advice in general, but especially in the crypto world. And finally, always, always, always do your own research.
That's DYOR, right? I've seen that acronym everywhere.
Yep. Do your own research. Don't just blindly follow someone's advice, even mine. Take the time to understand the projects you're investing in, the risks involved, the team behind them, all of that.
So be informed and don't put all your eggs in one basket. Solid advice.
It is. This deep dive has covered a lot of ground, but hopefully it's given you a solid foundation to start exploring the world of crypto.
Yeah. We've gone from what is cryptocurrency all the way to what can I do with it and how to stay safe. That's a lot of information.
It is, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. The crypto world is constantly evolving. There's always something new to learn.
Exactly. So to our listener out there, now that you got a taste of what crypto is all about, what aspect are you most curious to explore?
Yeah, what piques your interest? Let us know.
Because this is just the beginning of the journey.
It is. The crypto world is waiting.
All right, so buckle up and get ready for the ride.
And remember, DIR.
Always DIR. All right, that's it for our deep dive into crypto. Until next time.
See ya!